Hey folks, how we doing? Adam here. I'm doing a little better. Thought I'd do a little follow-up to my last video. um, Work picked up a little bit. I'm just trying not to worry about things as far as that goes. But it's just one of those things. I mean, this week, actually the very next day after I did that video, one of my ex-coworkers got let go from his job at a big corporation doing basically the same type of stuff I'm doing. He's name's Ben. I've talked about him before, but he left to go work for Staples, this company, and they were trying to do marketing, promotional things. I mean, not trying, they do that kind of stuff. And he was working on some accounts for some big name people like Kentucky Fried Chicken and Anheuser-Busch and different things like that. Well, what ended up happening was, I guess Anheuser-Busch the last 2 or 3 quarters has lost some money. You know, their shares are down or whatever the hell. And, you know, so they just decided they were going to cut 100 people from his workplace, and he was one of them. So he was just let go. And I don't know. I mean, that's kind of the way of the world. And, you know, but he's an optimistic guy, and he's just like, it'll be all right, you know. And I mean, he's got a family and 2 kids and a house, and, you know, I don't even have all that, and I worry, you know, that that something like that would happen, you know. So I mean, it just goes to show different people handle things in different ways, and I'm not always the best at negotiating my emotions. Part of that is because I'm kind of introverted, and I usually internalize most of my emotions. But, you know, I've tried over the years to get better at letting them out, so I don't just let it ball up in me until it reaches a point where I just am so angry and pissed off, and I get depressed, and then, you know, I've gotten to the point where I try to deal with it instead. And one of my catharsis, I guess, is to come on here and bitch to you all about things. And I did. I just kind of let fly, and I really didn't think about the way I was saying things. And in doing so, I think maybe some of my what I thought I was saying didn't really translate. It just sounded more like me bitching. And you know, a lot of you guys commented and said, hey, you know, everything's cool, and we love your stuff, or you do great vids, or you know, I don't know how to broach this without discussing it again, that Nintendo is still viable in the gaming community and stuff, and I think part of that was, I mean, like I said, it wasn't even my video that the comments were left on. And to tell you the truth, come on, kitty, get down. They don't want to see your ass. Part of it is, you know, it wasn't even my video, and actually, I was kind of speaking out of turn. I mean, it was Bithead's video, and he actually addressed some of that in his latest video at the beginning, you know, and he explained kind of what he basically explained to me in about 2 sentences what the issue is, and it's the fact that he was really collecting hard on the PC shooter collection for the PC Engine, and a lot of his fan base are PC Engine fans. You know, they might not like Nintendo as much, or 3DO, or Sega CD like I do. They're more into the PC Engine and things like that, and because he switched to Nintendo just kind of abruptly, some of them are like, why are you doing this? You know, Nintendo's no good. We want to see this. And you know, I mean, part of that is my fault, because when I kind of became an absentee channel holder here and kind of put up a video every couple of months about stupid stuff, and I basically wasn't keeping up. I'm trying to word things in my head. Shut up, Adam. I wasn't keeping up with watching people's videos at all, really, and I that's kind of sad, you know. And since I've gotten back into YouTube, I've kept current with people's videos, and I'm trying to go back and watch some stuff, but it's hard. It's hard to find time to do the videos and post them and stuff, and go back and watch a lot of content that I missed out on. And I didn't really know how hard he had deviated from what he was normally dealing with. But part of that also is me taking offense to a comment that wasn't directed at me, but it kind of hit home because Nintendo is a big part of my channel. The NES is a big part of what we discuss, and it's what I remember until I was graduating high school. It is my memories. The most fun and carefree memories that I have are from the Nintendo. And when I see a comment saying that NES, you know, isn't viable anymore, it makes me think, well, since that's the content I'm putting up, I'm not viable anymore. That people don't care about me, that I'm dead in the gaming community. And that's not true. It's not. It really isn't. But on the day and in the mood I was in, it hit me that way. And I should have taken a step back, but I didn't, because I was in a bad mood and I wanted to talk it out with someone, and you are that someone, all of you. So I did, and you know, a lot of you were cool and stuff, but you know, I don't want people to just be cool to me in the comments. I wasn't saying I don't welcome comments of all types, but what I was saying is, what I was trying to say, I didn't say it, is that the comments, I feel you can be not just kissing somebody's ass or you know, saying we love everything you do by leaving a comment that may be perceived as negative by others, but you really didn't mean it negatively. It sometimes comes down to the way you word things and how what your intent was behind it. Like when comments are left in a constructive way, you know, like, hey, have you ever thought about doing this, or why do you do this? Because you know, I think this is the way it is. You know, it opens up a back and forth that can, you know, you can see eye to eye eventually. You know, even if at first it seems a little confrontational. And I guess if you don't go back and forth with people, you'll never reach that point. And to that point is another reason why I not prefer, but I really enjoy when people do response videos and do tag videos and stuff, because their response might be contrary to whatever you believe. But if they type it in the comments, it might come off seeming like they're just being a negative, you know, disagreeing with you, this and that. But if they do a video and you can see it in their face and see the intent behind it and let them explain themselves, then you can reach an understanding, you know. And it's just, I have a tendency, I just prefer to, I don't know, try to be constructive. I try not to just leave comments like, that video sucked, dude, you know, or something like that. Because, I mean, what's the point of that? I mean, but I'm saying you can leave a comment that might seem negative, and it's not. And it might be perceived as negative. And I think that was one of the cases. In my case, and it wasn't even my freaking video. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore after this. But the thing that really stuck with me is a guy on here that I really respect and love his channel, Dead Thumb Gamer. I mean, he left a nice, thoughtful comment and he asked some questions. You know, why did you think this? Why do you know, why does it seem like you're saying this and this and this? And it made me think when I was reading it, because he brought up the points that, you know, some of what I said did make sense, but some of it didn't. Like you know, me perpetuating what was said on my channel when I do have a channel and do videos, versus a dude that just left a comment somewhere and doesn't do videos. So now I've actually probably given more voice to the comment than it would have gotten. And that's true. I did do that, and I apologize for doing that in a way, because it was counterproductive. It was. But the thing is, I wasn't saying either that people, just because you don't do videos, don't have a right to leave comments, constructive, positive, negative, whatever. I wasn't saying that. My point was that you can have a channel and not do videos and be a part of the community. I wasn't saying just because you don't do videos, you're not a member of the community and therefore your opinion is not valid. It's just, my point is, sometimes you have to lead by example, and that example, you know, sometimes might be like, well, you know, why don't you check out these videos, or you know, I don't know. I'm trying to think of this on the fly, so you know, I'm not very eloquent, you know, because when you type a comment, when you type a comment, you can really think about it and kind of work it and reword it and stuff, and sometimes when you're doing a video, it's diarrhea of the mouth. So that's kind of what this is. I don't want this to go too long. That wasn't my intent. My intent was to let you all know that I really really thought long and hard about my last video because of what Dead Thing Gamer left in the comments, and I left a comment back, and I really love the guy. The support, I love the support he gives me, and I respect him to no end, and that's why I know his comments are constructive. They're not meant, you know, to hurt or to you know, and it wasn't negative at all. It wasn't. That's what I'm saying. But to others that don't have the same relationship with him that I do, they might read it and think, hey, what the hell, you know? And it's just like, you know, I mean, that goes for anybody's comments. So yeah, like Mitch, who drinks out of a green water bottle? I do, Mitch. I knew your comment was just kidding, but it's just that's the thing. I know you. You know, I've known you for years and years, and you're like the second or third guy that subbed my channel, Mitch Hall. You know, he I think Vidium and Zestastic and Mitch were the first three guys that subbed my channel, and so I just know them, you know, and I know even if their comments are a certain way, and other people, I know them as well. I feel like I've got a great friendship with Dead Thing Gamer, and with some other guys on here like Vampire Mike and Sega CD Universe, and you know, I don't want to get into a big list of guys. I know a lot of you very intimately. We use that intimate word again, and you know, and some of you I've even followed to Facebook. I didn't follow you, but I have found you on Facebook and stuff as well. And you know, I don't check my Facebook as often as I was even a few months ago. So anyway, the point of this being is I'm gonna just try to be more positive, lead by example, and you know, just not take things so personally, especially when they don't even pertain to me. And like I said, he explained the quandary of he being Bithead, explained, you know, why people feel the way they do. And it's almost like he was letting me know what's going on. I mean, inadvertently, it felt like he was talking directly to me, even though he wasn't. And so, anyway, I'm done with this. Thanks for coming by. I love all you guys that come by and leave comments and stuff. You can comment on this if you want to. You can respond to it with a video if you want to. You don't have to. I don't really expect responses to this in a video, but I just want you to know that the next videos are coming up are going to be more back on track with what we've been wanting to do. Actually, the next video I'm going to do is one that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've been talking about this for maybe a year or two, and I talked about it recently, about maybe doing a series of these for different systems. So we're going to start with the one I've been talking about for years, and then we'll go from there and see if any of the other ones ever get made, because you know I'm lazy and fucking get off track. So anyway, thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching this. Expect another video in a couple of days, a day or so, meaning 1 to 3 days. I don't know. I'm going to film it tonight, so I don't know if I'll get it together by tomorrow. So anyway, see you next vid. Thanks.